So it's crazy. It's crazy.
never see
But
who loses.
that's why monks have limited usage of ki. I'm gonna go ahead and enforce a long rest on you just to verify that your keys get reset. Okay, cool. So, but yes, you could theoretically do some damage. And yeah, you can have a bunch of attacks. I don't think there's a. I don't remember if there's a like you can only like if you can limit the amount of ki you can use in one turn.
Well, I only need to use one key per round, so
Yeah.
it's what was it? Oh, where's that name? The key field attack. That's the one. It now allows me to do one extra unarmed strike or use a monk weapon as a bonus action before my end of my turn. So 4 attacks in a row. I like it.
I did have a quick question about my spell Ice Knife. That requires a drop of water or a piece of ice to use, right? But I'd have to get that.
Just spit in your hand.
Okay,
That would-
so hold on. Ice Knife is a spell. Okay, yeah, I mean, it depends on how you want to play it. It depends on how you want to play it because generally speaking, you've got. Well, actually, you don't because you're a rogue. Like you've got like a components pouch or a source, a spell source as like any other spellcaster, which means you really don't need any of this stuff. But if you want to play it up that you like, you know, you somehow get this stuff to cast your spells, I'm okay with that. But
like,
I don't know.
I don't mind doing that because like I have like shape water and ray of frost, and so if I have to like grab a piece of ice off of someone after I shoot ray of frost at them or something,
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that flavor. Yeah, I don't know if you have I don't know what your spell focus is as a rogue.
I don't think I really have one since I'm a rogue.
It's his brain.
Yeah, I mean, most tables that I've ever been a part of, they kind of ignore that.
Could have a pick lock.
So I don't have to have the components.
No, yeah. The only components that you'll ever need is ones that have gold attached to it. So like a diamond, like diamond dust, worth 500 gold. Then that's when you need to pick it up.
Gotcha. Or if it's like if it actually affects said thing, like for the rope of and magic rope or something.
Yeah. Plasma, are you on Twitter?
No.
Omelet, are you on Twitter?
Yeah.
Oh, you are? 1 second. So I'll follow you.
I don't go on there a lot, but yeah, I'm on there. Let's see. At Omelette BCT. Just me looking at an entity.
BTC. Bitcoin?
No, BCT. It's toppings for omelets.
Oh. Gotcha. Okay,
Here
cool.
comes the.
Oh, you have to edit tweets with Twitter Blue. That's dumb. I thought that was a universal feature. Sweet.
Right. Cool. Oh, okay. Well, hey, everyone. We are live. Welcome, everyone who is watching live. We are just getting set up and running late and all that stuff, but okay, we should be good to go. I've got one more thing I need to do, and then I'll be good to go.
B.E.A.R.D.
All right. Well, let me get some music going, and then yeah, we can get set up. Oh, here's a question for you guys. Just because I experienced this in my Thursday game. Can you guys hear the music?
Yeah,
I can.
Yep.
Good. Because my Thursday group could not hear it. But didn't say anything until like we were pretty much done for the day.
That's nice.
Which is okay because I don't record or stream that one. But yeah, it just sucked because I had like a custom playlist that I put together that I worked hard on. Not really, but and yeah, I was like jamming out to it, and once they got done with the session, like, oh yeah, why wasn't any music playing? It's like, oh, son of a bitch.
Oh, that's annoying.
Yeah.
At least you felt cool.
Yeah.
While it happened.
Yeah, at least you felt good while doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So hello everybody. We are going to be playing some D&D here. This is for our Agents of B.E.A.R.D campaign. It is a shared campaign. There is roughly right now three different groups that are doing stuff around the continent. So we've got a group out of our western region, Whitmore, that are currently walking the woods near the Grimhead Marsh. And then we also have another group that is down in Sydund, which is our desert area, and they are investigating burial mounds. The last session with them, we ended on a bit of a cliffhanger, and we're gonna have to pick up next time with them to see what they have uncovered. This group also in Sydund, but we're going to be making a bit of a detour. We were sending everyone to the burial mounds, but because of those timing issues, we're trying to have an accurate timeline as we go. We're gonna shift these guys to Camp Mellum Clitern. It's a Records Guild establishment. A bunch of archaeologists are out there and scouts, and yeah, they are combing the desert to find ancient ruins and that sort of thing. And word on the street, they did finally, and now they need a team of the Adventurers Guild to head out and make sure it's safe to actually go in and research, do their investigations, that sort of thing. So that is what we will be doing today. For more information about what we're doing, you can head on over to agentsofbeard.com, and that's got a list of session recaps and some of the uncovered lore so far, as well as ways for you to support over Patreon. But now, yeah, let's go ahead and introduce everyone. First of all, we have Medikit, say hello.
Hello, guys. I'm playing Altath. He's a dragonborn monk from up north. He's come down after spending some time in Solitude, and he's joined the Adventuring Guild. And he's here in Sydund trying to help out wherever he can. He's trying to find ultimate enlightenment through goodwill and helping others.
And also we have Omelet.
Hi, okay, I'll be playing Skilly. A total monk. Too many monks on the side again. Well, he's a, could say, secret agent trying to gather information for his higher-ups. Well, that's the secret part. Nobody knows that part yet. Forget I said anything.
Oh, that's funny.
And then we have Plasma Hero.
Hello. I'm playing Zilis, the Triton rogue, who's trying to help out and use his stealthy and slightly more mischievous abilities for good.
Very well. Now, what this is, again, it's a shared campaign, but we are mostly, generally speaking, we're all content creators. We all met in other forms of content creators, or at least are involved in similar things. So Skilly, Zilis, Omelet and Plasma Hero are from the Unorthoblocks Minecraft SMP. So they do some Minecraft content. Medikit, you are also doing some Minecraft content. Do you do anything else?
So I have two channels, I guess now. I have my main channel, which I do like sci-fi games, so like Stellaris or No Man's Sky and stuff. And then I have another one that I just started where I'm going back to my roots, playing Minecraft, doing that sort of thing.
Wonderful. So you guys can get links to everything they're doing in the description. If that's over on YouTube or Rumble or wherever we're streaming. And if it's not there, you can head on over to Agents of B.E.A.R.D, and all that information is listed there as well. But okay, where we left off, you guys had just returned into Sydund for a night of rest, maybe two, with the intention of heading out back to the burial mound. So you guys had done some investigations with the other crew, and right now the burial mounds, that's kind of like a hot topic because there's so many out there, and so the Records Guild is paying bank to the Adventurers Guild to send out crews to clear it out, just because there's this kind of overarching threat of undead in the area. So they don't want to send their squishy researchers out there. So instead, they are sending you guys out there and paying you fairly well to do so. So yes, that was the intention. The intention was you guys were gonna be sent out there. However, the Records Guild has set up a Camp Mellum Clattern, and that is a basically an archaeological center. There's roughly 20-30 people out there, and their hope is to they spend anywhere between 10 and 30 days at a time before heading back to Sydund to rest and switch out. But yeah, it's the intent is just to look around this area and see if they can uncover any ancient ruins, with hopes to help tell the story of the civilization that lived here before. And as you guys kind of wake up in the morning and get prepped to head out, you are given word by your captain, by way of the secretary, to that they're going to kind of shift your guys' plans. And instead, you guys are going to head out to Mellum Clattern. It's about a day's journey. You have to travel by foot. But yeah, Melem Clitern, there is a temple or a tomb of some kind that they've uncovered, and they're sensing some magic auras around it, and yeah, they don't really want to go in without you guys going in first. So that is the job. The job is going to pay 100 gold. Well, actually, the job will pay 250 gold per person.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's a good amount.
That's what I'm talking about.
I mean, I'm up for that. All right.
You just make a mental note of that. But yes, so yeah, you guys again will have to travel out by foot, and you'll stay pretty much at Melem Clitern. So the Adventurers Guild suggests that you take some tents with you, and Sydund sells some tents for, I think, let's see.
Yes, because the nighttime is going to be very intense.
Well, yes.
Zombies.
2-person tent is 2 gold. It's 20 pounds. And yeah, they basically they make them a bit heavier duty here in Sydund, and the main reason is because of the sandstorms. So
Okay.
yeah, so they definitely recommend you take those, that you have shelter during the night, and really during the day if a sandstorm hits during the day. But the Records Guild does not send that to you. You're gonna have to pick it up.
Okay. So we just buy that in our things?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, if you're in your character sheet, there is a 3 dots on the top right, and there's an equipment shop. And they suggest, or I'm sorry, and then yeah, you can just search for tent or 2-person tent.
I would kind of need the gold from last time to be added first.
All right, let me think about this.
I think we cleared 3 mounds.
Yeah.
It's like 50 a piece, I think, right?
No.
Let's make it 500.
No, it shifted. It shifted.
It did.
Give me one minute.
Okay.
It's 100 gold per mound explored. So I would say, but that's 100 gold per mound. So 3 mounds, 300 gold divided by however many people were in your party. So go ahead and just add, like, I don't know, 30 gold from last time. Let me do that math. 300 divided by, I think it was 5 of you. 60 gold. 60 gold.
Okay, where do I add the gold?
In your inventory sheet, I'm sorry, in your character sheet under inventory, you've got a top bar that just has like platinum, gold.
Found it.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah. But yes, the equipment shop does all of the calculations for you and stuff. What they will, as far as the information that you get passed through the Adventurers Guide, like for the actual assignment, you would be aware that there is a door. The door has magic surrounding it in some capacity. It does have a keyhole, but they don't have a key. They think there's a key somewhere else that will open it, but with the magic there, it's unlikely that it'll open. But there was a breach elsewhere in the structure that you guys would have access to. There are a few of you that do not have light sources, or do not have dark vision, but as far as what the Records Guild noted, just looking in, it's not a lit structure, so you guys would need to make sure you're You're all good on
Let
torches.
me get a few more torches.
Yeah, I still got 10 torches, so I'm good on that one. Otherwise, I'd rather get a lantern.
Yeah. But since there's already a breach in, and the door's already uncleared, basically, no need for any other major equipment.
Sweet.
Nice. This could be very simple.
No, don't say that.
Never say that.
Beard's better hit us with a 2-part boss. Huh?
I hope not. We'll see. We'll see. But all right. Any other thing that you guys would want to do in town prior to heading out? You would have maybe an hour to just pick up any other supplies that you need, and then kind of head out.
Eat breakfast, probably.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we would say you guys would worry about yourselves before you would go into the office, kind of thing. So yeah, you guys would have gotten breakfast before checking in to see what your assignment is for the day.
Okay.
How's the reports on insects?
Repeat. What did you say?
I'm sorry. How's the reports on insects? Because I'm seeing insect repellent here, so I don't know. We're gonna need it.
Oh, in the desert, not so much. Yeah, the only group that experienced insects was scorpions.
Ah,
I don't know if that's gonna work on.
Yeah, it could assist. Scorpions do they do distribute poison. But yeah, that wasn't a part of today's mission report.
Oh, do we get another potion, healing potion?
Yes, a healing potion as you walk out the door, as always.
Cool.
how's everybody's carrying capacity looking?
A second.
Where do you see that?
Inventory, and then you've got a slider at the bottom. No, well, it's not a slider. It's like a little.
Oh, okay.
Bar. But
Yeah, I'm not even half full, so
you
we're
guys are
good.
looking good.
Yeah. I'm the final third, but I'm fine.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I will, if you don't have the potion of healing already in your inventory, I'll go ahead and drag that over for you. I see, Zilis, you don't have one, so it is now there.
Cool. Yay.
So the tent is kind of a necessity. And unless something else occurs, it's likely you're going to be using it for 2 nights, and then heading back to Sydund. So you'd head out today, spend the night in the camp, investigate this thing. Who knows how long it's going to take, and then head back to the camp for the rest of the day, camp out, and then travel back to Sydund in the morning.
Okay. That's not bad.
But as far as carrying capacity goes, I don't know the direction you were going. However, I will say Sydund does have a little merchant of camels, both for rent and for purchase. So if there ever is a situation where you need a beast of burden, they've got camels. So that is something that you would have seen very close to the camps in a little tent city. Just on the outskirts of that, in between that and in the main town, there is a little pen that has camels. But I don't think that is necessarily relevant for today, but we'll see. But okay. Anything else? Otherwise, we can head out.
I just also snagged some ball bearings. If that's all right.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know what for, but just
buy whatever you need.
Cool. Yeah. Nothing else I can think of.
Say, I'm good to go if the rest of you are.
The flask of oil, just want to make sure. See, it says it has to take fire damage. So I can't use something to make a spark to light it.
A flask of oil.
Yeah. Just oil flask.
Oil flask, okay.
Yeah.
Well, okay, yeah. I mean, fire damage could be anything. That could be placing your torch onto it. You would probably need more than just a spark. You would need like fire. So again, a torch.
Yeah.
Torch would work.
Okay.
But if you're, again, that like as an action, you can throw it, or you can douse a creature with it. But you can also just kind of throw it out and create like a wall with it, or lead it behind you to create like a line of fire of some kind.
I'm grabbing a bunch of those.
Okay.
See what we can do with that.
Yeah, if lit, the oil burns for 2 rounds, deals 5 fire damage to any creature that enters the area or ends its turn in the area.
Yeah.
Nice. I don't have any fire spells.
I'll strap a torch to the end of my bow staff.
That's
Make it
cool.
look fancy.
That's actually kind of fire, to be honest.
Yeah, I like it.
Get it? Fire? Because it's a torch. No, okay, that's fine.
So just the biggest face palm.
Oh, my word.
Okay. Then we will head out. You guys travel the day to Mellum Clattern. And let me do this real quick. Okay. Yeah. Overall, the trip is decent. No wind. Obviously, no rain. But yeah, no wind. The temperature is about the same, if not a bit cooler than normal. So yeah, you guys have a pleasant trip to Mellum Clattern. A lot of obvious tracks of people that have walked through, but we also have the sandstorms that run through every few days, and so just I mean, it's just desert. It's just solid white, yellow color all around you. It pretty much goes from ground to sky. The amount of dunes that are around and that sort of thing. But every once in a while, you do see remnants of people, whether that's like pieces of wood, maybe wagon that was repaired, or posts that were put out, or pieces of tent that have been left behind.
Is there anything salvageable?
If you're a wood collector, I guess you could salvage some of that wood for sure. If you've got like a half busted wagon wheel, you've got a few boards that look like they probably came from a wagon, or like 2x4 type structure.
Okay. I'm not exactly a carpenter, so I'm not gonna waste some time.
Yeah, the tent fragments, are just kind of like ripped, but could be used for something like wrapping something in. They're let's say you find two, and yeah, they're about a foot long and wide. So it could be something that you could wrap something in if you need to.
Okay.
Or use it as patch for our tents.
Yeah, use it for a patch, or put it in front of your face during a sandstorm.
Yeah.
Blindfold.
Yeah, I think I'll see if I can pick up any of those. Just a little bit. Could be useful.
Okay. All right, as you pick up
Hell no.
as you pick up some of these remnants, especially the tent pieces, the tent scraps, underneath you do find a bone.
Okay.
Looks rather large. I mean, large enough not to be an animal bone. Like it looks like a leg bone or something. Like it's just really random and weird.
Well, we're definitely gonna leave that one be. It's kind of scary, to be honest.
Pick it up.
What are y'all talking about? Oh my goodness!
Not with my experience in these deserts, it's best to leave dead things alone.
I mean, I wasn't gonna suggest you pick it up. Yeah.
Technically, everything is a dead thing just waiting to be dead.
I mean, that's a good point. Is it possible to still pick up the thing without touching the bone?
Yeah, well, luckily you got these tent scraps.
Oh, okay. That's right.
Yeah, that thing might be diseased or something. I don't know.
Can bones even carry diseases?
Yeah, I'm curious where this ends up going. But okay. Yeah, you can pick up this this bone again, like just the length of it, the size of it. It almost looks like a leg bone, like the lower leg of a humanoid.
Like a femur?
Yeah.
Like a thigh bone? Is anyone familiar with sentient species anatomy?
I mean,
Hurting them, yeah.
Oh. Well, this one's already been hurt, so.
Let me take that back. It is it resembles a tibia bone. So the lower leg, so below the knee, but the larger fatter bone.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, if anyone has proficiency in medicine, I suppose I could take nature.
I do have proficiency in medicine, in fact.
Yeah, no, I don't got that. I mean, I can always take a look, but
Yeah, I got a minus.
Well, I can take that roll.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see if you can figure it. 23. Okay. All right.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Why are you asking for help?
I didn't know that I had a proficiency in medicine.
Yes, that is very strange for a monk.
Yeah, indeed.
But okay. So what you can gauge from this is yes. In fact, it is a tibia bone. So below knee, above ankle. It is very old. Like it's got.
How old we talking?
Your best guess is like 300-400. Like this is
Holy
a bone
cow.
that would have been taken out of a tomb of some kind. You would think, or there was some kind of occurrence here at some point that maybe a person died, and this is what's left. Because the sand dunes are constantly moving, so you've got sand that's constantly moving, uncovering things. Covering things, so it's possible that it is it could have just been on the ground and the sand has finally moved out of the way for you to see it.
Okay.
Well, you two start digging for the rest. I'll keep watch.
Okay, let's do this actually. Because I mean, to be honest, if it's really that old, it might be from the Records Guild and they just lost it. Like lost a card or whatever and it went missing, or it could be just somebody's dead remains from a long time ago. I don't think I have a shovel or anything crazy like that to get through the sand. So how deep was it in the ground?
Well, the tent scrap was kind of like on top of it, but it didn't look like just the way it was positioned, it just kind of looked like it fell on top of it. So yeah, I would say, and let me just verify here. Yeah, I think the best you've got is your miner's pick that you could use to kind of dig
for sand
around. Yeah, no one else has a shovel, doesn't seem.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall, if you just kind of kick away at some of the sand or use your hands around the area around the sand, say you spend like 5 minutes on this, just kind of feeling around, seeing if you notice anything.
Yeah,
seems to be it. Seems to be a lone leg bone. However, with that 23, you are aware that it is very reminiscent to the size and shape of a dragon bone, or I'm sorry, dragonborn.
Okay, that's a lot better.
Yeah.
Hold up.
Okay, that's not as bad as a dragon, but
And the burial mounds did contain a bunch of dragonborn.
That is true. There was dragonborn royalty when I was in there. Royalty or high members of society that we uncovered. But definitely, if it's really this old, we're already going up to Melum Clitern. Oh, that's a fun word to say. Clitern. We're already going up there. Is the Records Guild up there right now?
Yes.
Still doing stuff? Okay.
Yeah, this is basically one of the bases of the Records Guild. They're a team of archaeologists and scouts.
Okay.
So Records Guild members are there. Full-fledged leadership members. You're unsure. It's unlikely.
Okay.
Unless it's like, yeah, it's unlikely. These are more like teams. These is kind of like your situation. You're being sent out. Your captain's not going out here. It's you.
Okay. Well, I figure might as well take it up there to their base, see if they have lost any dragonborn tibia bones recently. And at the very least, give it to them for them to study or whatever, since it's very old.
Yeah. Just ask around, see if anybody recently lost a tibius thing.
Tibia, yeah.
Whatever it's called.
And a good thing, you can wrap it in the piece of cloth you just found.
Exactly. We don't have to touch the bone.
Yeah, I'm not. Yep.
All right, so you've got so Altath, I don't know, just mark it in your inventory in some capacity. You've got at least 2 scraps of tent cloth and a bone.
Okay.
Old dragonborn bone. You didn't pick up any of the wood, did you?
I did not.
Okay. Very well. All right. The rest of the journey again goes it's pleasant. I mean, it sucks. You're in the desert and you're walking and it's bright and yeah, it's very boring overall. But yeah, you will reach Mellum Claturn by the start of the evening. And yeah, it's basically there's a general known path. The path isn't necessarily physical just because of the sand. But we'll say they give you like a compass of some kind if you don't have one already, to kind of lead you to that area. But yeah, overall, you guys end up in the camp, and again, there's about 30 of these tents, and they're kind of it's like a circle of sorts with a bit of opening in the front, just for people to walk in, and then once you're inside, there's like three rows, so it's kind of like layered of how these tents are set up. But there's like one tent in the center. It's larger. And yeah, as you guys walk in, you see some people just kind of standing around. They point you to the main tent once you say you're from the Adventurers Guild. And when you enter into the tent, there's a couple tables set up. Looks like they've got like different things that they're studying. So you've got some bones on one table. You've got vases and urns, clay mostly, that are on another. It looks like kind of like a map of where they are, kind of thing, like in the back. So like behind like the main table in the center, there is like a tent on the wall, and it looks to basically being drawn as time goes on. They're just kind of they've got a few places marked of different things. You've seen some X's, some writing, but yeah, overall there is a there is a dragonborn that is sitting behind the table, and as you guys walk in, immediately sees you and waves you forward. Hello, you're from the Adventurers Guild, I assume?
Yes, we are from the Adventurers Guild, here to help out.
Very good. My name is Arthish. I run this camp, the different projects that we're working on, and we have something that we have uncovered that could be a good source of information to study, but it has some weirdness to it that is making it, well, kind of not easy to go into, at least for us. So we do need a hand to enter in and make sure there's nothing going on in there.
Well, that's why we're here.
He's gonna stand up and just kind of point over to the map. So on the map again, you see like a big X with camp written under it. So he points to it. This is where we are, and then he points a few inches away. Here, just at the start of one of the foothill dunes in the demon-cracked variety, they uncovered what appears to be either, it could just be a tomb or a temple of some kind. But it's about a half-day's journey. You can head out in the morning. But it appears to have two entrances. The one entrance has a door, and the door has what appears to be just etchings of a snake. The etchings are so they're just in a state that doesn't seem to be affected by the weather, by the sand. It seems almost perfect, as if it's been there like it was just made. We have someone on the team that does study magic and was able to determine, at least thinks, that it has some kind of mental or magical aura around it. Definitely protected, which would make sense considering the etchings. The structure itself appears to be rather old, but this door is well maintained. It does have a keyhole, but we have not determined where the key is yet. But there is another entrance, though. This one seems to be a breach into one of the hallways. We did poke our heads in, but it's unlit, and again, there was some weirdness about that. Made it so we didn't feel comfortable entering in. There's blackened sandstone around the edges of the breach. Looks like some kind of explosion, some maybe fire damage. But there was also what appears to be some footprints inside. Hard to determine if it's active. It doesn't seem active. But we weren't able to determine how long those footprints have been there or where they were going.
So somebody's been in there before us.
So it seems.
Well, hopefully we're able to recover or see if anything is recoverable. Hopefully it is. At the very least, it'll be a good excavation site once we clear it out.
Yes, the explosion does suggest that it has been entered in. Whether that means it's been plundered or not is undetermined at this point. Hopefully not. But if it is, then so be it. But hopefully there is something in there that we can learn from. But it's definitely not tools that we would use to enter in. We try not to damage any doorways, any structure. We try to carve away the bricks and pull them out one by one in hopes to retain structure, but also be able to study those things as well. This is more akin to robber of some kind, but again, it's hard to determine.
So likely not friendly. Got it.
Again, we don't know how long the footprints have been there. They could be very old, given the preservation of the rest of the chamber.
That is correct.
Right.
Very well. Oh, Mr. Arthish, sir?
Yes.
While we were out traveling here from Sydund, we recovered what seems to be a dragonborn tibia bone out in the desert. From what I can tell, it is very old. I figured the Records Guild would have more use of it than I would, so we brought it here.
And you present it?
Yes. In the tent cloth still. Kind of unwrap it.
Okay. Yeah, he takes it from you and unwraps it, looks at the bone. He puts on gloves to kind of move it around. This is rather interesting. We normally mark our bones. Just that way we can keep track of them. They usually have a marking of that determines, or at least records where it was found and number of items. But this doesn't have any of that. I will ask around, but I don't think this came from us.
Okay, well, we just saw it in the desert, and I presumed it to be very old, and I figured might as well ask around.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Of course.
But in the meantime, get some rest. I can point you in the direction in the morning. But really, it's just a straight shot to the west.
Sure.
Of course. Thank you.
All right, so as you guys head out, set up your tents, get kind of settled for the evening. Generally speaking, it's fairly quiet. There is some commingling, but it seems like there's a few other tents that are set up similar to this. This is just the largest one, but there's some other tents that are set up with people standing around and just kind of like holding up different items and inspecting them. They've got journals. They've got like little walls of paper that they're like writing stuff on, similarly to the map that you saw on the main tent with Arthash. But yeah, a lot of people like putting on glasses to inspect things, using things that I think maybe Zilis you would be aware of, tools that maybe you've seen jewelers use to kind of hold up to their eyes to make gems look larger so they can really inspect it. But they're using the same kind of tools with these different artifacts. In general, there's maybe like four of these tents, and the rest of the tents look like it's just where people are sleeping. But it's fairly quiet. Anything you guys would want to do? Or do you just want to head out in the morning to this ruin?
I'm good with just going out in the morning.
Yeah, I can't really think of anything I'd want to.
Skilly.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, Skilly. Can I get a perception or history check?
Let's see where I leave this one. I'll give it perception. Just straight normal roll.
Straight normal roll. 10.
Woo.
You do see someone that you recognize, but you can't put a name to it. You can't really recall where you saw them from, but just someone that seems like super familiar to you. He's one of the people that are
Skilly? Or
pardon?
Familiar as Skilly or as Peely?
Can't pinpoint it.
Okay.
Just looks familiar to you. But it's one of the people that are standing at one of these like workshop tents.
Yeah.
Inspecting an artifact.
I'll keep an eye.
Okay.
Just for the
moment, but overall,
keep a distance a bit.
Yeah. Overall, as far as space where you guys would set up tents, there's like there's a section where there's room for a few tents that could be set up that's still like within the inner wall. But yeah, you guys set up tents and you rest up so that you can head out in the morning and be fresh and ready to go. And as you wake up, you meet with Arthish. Again, seems like the foreman on the project. Points you to the map again. Says it's a few hours journey out. As long as there was no sand movement in the last few days, which he hadn't they hadn't experienced any sandstorms, so the path should be still there as far as footprints and whatnot. But yeah, you should be able to see it, and there's stakes outside of it with a little marking. It says the placard up front that they put on it was the Temple of the Serpent.
Cool. All right.
Let's go.
Yeah. Ready when you are.
Okay. So yes, it's a few hours journey. Footprints are still there, in some capacity. But yeah, just following the general direction. Again, taking a compass out with you, easy to just head in one direction. And after a few hours of walking, you do come up to a structure that seems to be carved into the side of a dune. As you get closer, you see that the dune is kind of it's almost like a hill, like a physical hill. So it's almost as if this structure is carved into that hill. But you see the post, you see the placard, Temple of the Serpent. And yeah, you're standing right outside the door.
Cool. This is big. Big hill. Okay. Huh.
As you guys walk up, yeah, you see the door. You do see the markings that Arthish had talked about. The etchings of a snake, and you can definitely see that there's a snake makes a shape of some kind, but it just seems like a natural shape of a snake where starts at the bottom, kind of loops up to the top, curls around in some S shapes, and then you see like the head of the snake. Like in the center, you only see like the side profile of it, so just like one eye. Mouth is open, tongue is kind of sticking out and going up.
Well, do we barge in?
Lead the way.
I'm gonna ask for a perception check.
Everyone or?
Yes, and it's in the chat. There's a
Yeah.
little dice in the chat. You can click. Okay, so we got 17, and 11, and 10. So Altath, as you're looking at this door, the eye of the snake is it just kind of depends on the angle. Like it almost looks dark, and then if as you moved closer and kind of shifted your angle, you just saw like sandstone, like just like it's darker, but it looks like the texture of sandstone. And you come back and you realize that there's an opening there. As you get closer, you are gonna notice like that's like the keyhole is where the snake's eye is.
Okay. And we don't have the key, so.
Correct.
Mm.
However, the other thing you will notice is there is some markings in the scales of the snake. There's like a little bit of a pattern, and from just walking up to it and looking at it, it just looks like scales of a snake, but you're noticing some strange shapes to some of those scales. And as you get closer and just kind of think about it a bit more, investigate it, you notice that there's some. It almost looks like there's letters there, written in Draconic.
Well, I can read Draconic as it so happens.
At least in the Draconic script. So kind of mapping out how the snake is moving.
Is it readable? Like, is there any meaning to like the words in Draconic? Are like they in any order that I could like decipher?
Again, it is unweathered, untouched by the weather. Again, you heard that there was some kind of magic associated with this door, maybe protecting it. So yeah, you do get two phrases. It seems like an older version of Draconic, so it's almost like broken Draconic from your standpoint.
Okay.
But it says, basically, our fate is now sealed the serpents must stay in.
Oh, glorious.
Ominous.
Yeah, and not a little.
And again, yeah, this is in Draconic, so I believe, I mean, I don't think anyone else is looking at it, or at least noticing it.
Well, I can tell them anyway, so.
Correct, yeah, you can relay any information you'd like to.
Yeah, so there's some Draconic on this snake up here. It said, our fate has been sealed. The serpents must stay in. So it's a little sketchy, but we do have to clear this out nonetheless. So just prepare yourself. That might be a warning.
Prepare for
break down the door if need be.
As you wish.
They said not to break down the door, I believe.
They said they don't break down doors. They never said nothing about us.
But
yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna.
I break bones. I break doors.
So, two things. Again, this is not to argue against this, but two things. Last time you guys went into the burial mounds, there was a process of how to, like, you guys were given like instructions of how to unseal tombs and whatnot, and that was also kind of echoed by Arthish, who said, you know, our intention is not to break anything. It is to preserve as much as possible to be studied. So breaking down the door is definitely within your abilities if you would like to try. However, if it is a magically protected door, then could prove wasteful of your time. However, you were also aware that there is a breach in the side, and I would say, Zilis, because you're the one walking over there, you'd be the first to notice the cut into the wall.
There is a little opening over here.
Well, it makes the most sense to go in that way.
I was just about to swing. Shame.
Maybe next time.
Maybe we could find something for you to swing at inside. I mean, hopefully not, but...
Well, if we don't find anything, I guess you're volunteering.
Not quite what I said.
That's what it sounded like.
Okay. Maybe if there's nothing I can spar with you or something.
Sounds like a plan.
Yay.
Can you guys move your tokens?
No, movement is currently blocked.
Okay, cool. Thank you. That was one of the things I changed without having to pause the game. Like, I can just toggle something. Okay, cool. So as you guys reach this opening, there's just this hole that you've got almost like a bit of like a cliffside here in the side of this hill. And inside you can definitely see a tiled passage of some kind. However, I would say at least with Altath in the front, you kind of peek around the corners, and you're not. There's no light inside. It seems like the only light that's shining is from the outside, and you've got real limited visibility after that. A lot of sand has kind of pushed into this area, so the ground is covered in sand. You can't really make out much of the ground, but can see like outside of that, as far as up to the north and south of this hallway. That there are tiles, almost like a flagstone type look. And obviously the sand is like a variation in color as far as like yellows and whites, but definitely on the outside ring of this, and some of the rubble that's around you is blackened. There's almost like a really darker texture to it. So Arthish had said it looked like some kind of explosion had occurred this is what you're seeing. It confirms that.
But it is a like straight drop down. Is that what you said?
Straight drop down.
Yeah.
No. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know what you mean. What do you mean by straight drop down?
In the opening, is it like in the side of a wall or?
Oh yeah. It's just cut in, and there's a tiled hallway that's here, so you guys can see the back wall of the hallway. Altath here in the front, and I would say even Zilis and Skilly, like you both can see flagstone ground, so definitely different than what you're seeing. It's not covered in sand. The opening's covered in sand, but to the north and south of that, the left and right of this passage, has tiled floor. So what do you guys want to do? But again, it does seem dark in there.
I figure we light a torch and go inside.
Well, I'm going to strap the torch to my bow staff.
Ah, smart. Yeah, that's going to look sweet, actually, to be honest.
Use it as a walking stick for the time being.
So did you want to lead the way? Since you have the light?
Well,
I can stick in the back because I've got dark vision, so.
Yeah. And things like attacking from the rear, so.
Yeah. I'll yell for help. Maybe it'll be more like a shriek.
I should be better.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Strapping that to the torch to the bow staff, and I'm gonna keep one of the oil flasks in hand just in case, or close at hand.
In the same hand.
All right, sounds good. So as you walk in, you see there's a path down to the south and a path up to the north.
So, where you want to go? South, north?
South makes sense. I don't know. South is good.
Okay.
We're in the south side of the continent. I don't know. Just feels right.
Okay.
Yeah, it's either are you turning left or you're turning right?
It'll be a left turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Left turn.
Down.
All right. So, we'll go ahead and pause here. There's going to be some things you're going to notice in this room. So, the walls and the floor, again, unlit, but you're able to see with your torch. A lot of cobwebs, a lot of dust. However, at the back of this room, Skilly would be very obvious to you. Everyone, Skilly is kind of blocking view depending on height, but I think if you kind of like peek around shoulders, you would be able to see this as well. There is what appears to be some kind of corpse, humanoid, with standing upright, feet are on the ground, but seems to be some kind of stone pillar, like almost as if it was driven into it, holding it upright, just kind of going through it. Pillar is only, I don't know, looks to be a few inches in diameter. Basically goes from floor to just about ceiling height, but not quite reaching the ceiling. Almost like a giant spike of some kind. But it appears to have skewered the body and is holding it upright.
Well, I think we
Skilly,
found our footsteps, guy.
Yeah, Skilly, real quick, the other thing you're going to notice is on the walls you are seeing some bas reliefs. So
I didn't hear anything from the pause. Since the pause, my Discord decided to disconnect.
Oh, okay. So yeah, as you look into this room, two things you're gonna notice very, very clearly. There's a body at the end of the room with a spike of some kind. Looks like made out of stone or something. It's hard to tell because you're, a good 25, 30 feet away, but just kind of protruding through this body. Could just be a warning or who knows. But yeah, there's just this body that just obviously rotting in some capacity. Feet are on the floor, but there's a spike kind of going through it from the floor. Spike almost goes up to the ceiling, but not quite. And on the walls, on the left and right side of this room, are bas reliefs. So looks like drawings of some kind that are kind of pushing off the wall. It's hard to tell from the vantage point that you're here now, but yeah, definitely looks like there's almost like a mural of some kind here. But yes, there are some footprints in this room besides the dust. And yeah, the footprints seem to lead from that opening and head kind of like kind of like down and around, and yeah, to that guy.
And that guy is impaled by a spike, you said?
It appears so, yes, from what you can see.
Well, maybe watch the room for traps.
Yeah, I'll use my bow staff, the bottom end, to tap everywhere that the footprints are to see if anything happens as I move forward.
Okay, so you're gonna follow the footprints and just tap as you go.
Yeah, tap first, then move. See if something happens.
You want me to stay in the entrance, entrance into the room, or?
I'm just gonna take another step. You can walk the rest of the way.
Okay.
No, just joking. But yeah,
Let's see.
I don't think it would be bad to have someone guarding the door. Not the door, but like the entrance to the room.
Yeah.
On our flanks.
Okay.
Wouldn't be a bad idea.
So if Skilly's gonna walk in, Zilis is gonna hang out in the hall. Altath, what are you doing?
I'll probably kind of follow Skilly in, but at like a distance, I guess. Like keep a couple feet in between me and him.
So just to be clear, what is the intention here? Are you guys just following the path of this guy to then investigate the guy, or like what's your plan here?
That's the idea at the moment.
Yeah, I want to examine the body.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So yeah, Skilly, as you follow these footprints, thus far you kind of hit the ground in front of you, and yeah, you're not noticing any issues.
Okay, so far I haven't found the reason for the spike.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, you're able to now see the body. Body definitely looks very old. Almost skeletal. There's like still a thin layer of dead, decomposing skin on it, but yeah, this spike is just seems to have driven through it.
Yeah. Well, jerky, anybody?
Sorry?
Anybody like some jerky? Just don't ask me what type it is.
I'm really okay.
Yeah, I am fine personally.
Some noticeable things on this body, though. Cloaked. There's a bit of a heavier cloak, probably protect from the dunes, the sand. You do see what appears to be a sword of some kind. Like you can see the hilt, you can see just the shape of it, kind of thrusting through the back of the coat, like the holster, the sheath of a sword of some kind.
I'm sorry,
And
did we
the
already
spike-
establish... Oh, sorry.
I was just gonna say the spike is going through, very, very, very uncomfortable, but basically, through, I don't know if there's a proper bad name for this, but I only know one name is the basically the taint of this guy, and it is driving through that and going up, the back. So it's not hitting the head. It's just coming out of like the shoulder blades area as far as that spike goes.
Oh,
Very painful. Very painful.
Yeah,
He
no
definitely
joke.
did not enjoy his last moments.
Have we established already what the species of this guy is, or how long he's been here?
Not yet.
Can I do that real quick?
Hooded.
Well, how close are you getting?
I can
Right
get
now,
closer.
Skilly
I'll follow Skilly in.
All right, Skilly. All right, you want to move back there? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Stay on
then,
the pathway that we've already tapped out.
Yeah.
And just again, for at least Zilis' standpoint, they seem to be following this path. It seems generally safe, besides like dust and obviously this dead body, the other things are the bas relief murals on either wall. But definitely humanoid. It's been decomposed enough that it is rather difficult to tell, but just facial structure, you would say it's either human or elf or half elf for that matter, but definitely the size of a human.
Okay. So not anything crazy.
Correct. Yeah, the skin doesn't have any like scale type textures to it, so it's definitely not dragonborn. Doesn't seem as big as a furbolg. But yeah, it's there's no color to it other than like a darker color to it, I guess.
Okay. Is there anything of value on the body of this guy?
Sure. So yeah, if you start pickpocketing and kind of moving the overcoat away, he's definitely got a short sword that's been sheathed. Along his belt is a looped pouch, and the other side of the jacket there is something heavy in one of the pockets, so kind of pulling that all out. He's got a set of thieves' tools, it seems. The short sword seems to be in relatively good condition. Not really used at all. It's almost brand new. Doesn't have like nicks or anything to it.
Okay. Well.
And the pouch contains two types of items. There is gold pieces, 27 gold, and there is also a dice set that looks to be made out of bone.
Okay. So, I'm definitely gonna nab the short sword. But, gentlemen, how do we say we play a little game? We take the dice, we roll the dice. Whoever gets the highest gets to keep the gold in this guy's pockets.
Or his arm wrestle.
Does he have armor?
I think he said arm wrestle.
Oh, arm wrestle? Oh, I think that puts our trident friend at a little bit of a disadvantage. Besides, this guy was clearly a gambling man. Might as well live up to his legacy, you know?
Sure, he would want it. He would want it to be gambling.
Okay.
Short sword has been added to your inventory, Altath.
Thank you.
But since you get the sword, so you get left out of this one.
Okay.
All right. What type of dice is it?
It'd be a D6, I presume.
Yeah, they're all yeah. There's a set of 3 and they're D6s.
All right. So we roll 3d6.
Was it just you two that were doing that, or was I in too?
Well, you got the short sword, so.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Well,
to
you
me.
can roll, but it depends on how they react on it.
And this is perfect because now I don't have to ask for that D6 roll that I forgot about.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Zilis and
Oh,
Skilly
you're gonna have to
with a
roll
5.
again.
Altath,
I don't think
yeah.
my
Oh,
roll
you got it
counts, but yeah.
Yeah.
Or is
All
that
right,
is
so-
that's for the session d6?
That is well, it's a combo. You guys are gambling here.
Oh,
So
sweet.
let's
Okay.
go ahead and do it again. I'll remove Altath from that.
Sweet.
Oh, not a perception check. Sorry. Let me try that one more time. I'm getting used to this tool. This tool.
It's pretty handy, it seems.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ooh,
Skilly gets the
Skilly.
gold.
Ah. All right.
Like what else was there? Was the gold, the dice?
No, there was
the
gold
thieves'
pieces.
I'll take the dice then.
I was about to say, loser gets the dice as a consolation prize.
Okay, and then
All
the
right.
thieves' tools.
Yeah, there was also a set of thieves tools, and yeah, whoever wants to pick that up.
I already got
Trident,
some.
you are gonna have some. I don't have any use for thieves' tools, so Skilly, if you wanted those, go ahead.
Sure. I'll grab those.
Yeah. For this, are you guys doing this inside of this room, or are you heading back to the hallway because you haven't moved since the
I
initial?
think we'll lay it out first.
I think we're still doing this in the room. And throw the
Okay, well,
dice across the room.
So is Zilis? Okay. All right,
Yeah,
that's fine.
I think I would
That's
have
fine.
moved over to where they are.
Okay, so
Kinda huddled up against the wall.
all right. Before you do that,
Okay.
clarify. How are you moving over there?
I'm following their path carefully.
Okay. So
like
you
trying
follow
to-
the path, and then where do you end up?
Probably about here, maybe just like a bit, just close, as close as I can, staying on the path that I know is clear.
Okay.
Close enough.
Very
that I'm
well.
not
Yeah,
having-
you guys could all kind of like squat or kneel in the areas that you are. Throw the dice in the center area, and then reach and grab the dice without issue.
Yeah.
So, but okay, yeah, Skilly, as you open up this pack, yeah, you see they're thieves' tools. Zilis, you would be able to see that thieves' tools seem rather new, or at least unused. Like overall,
These guys.
the base idea that you guys get is sword untouched, thieves' tools pretty much untouched. Like this guy entered in somehow, whether or not he was with the party or not, but then died here with fresh new stuff. Didn't even get a chance to use them.
He had money. He was He wasn't like broke.
Yeah.
He knew what he was
Makes
doing.
you wonder, why was he breaking into a temple if he was already kind of well off?
Maybe he was given some of the money up front.
Mercenary.
Maybe.
Non-legal versions of what we're doing.
Yeah.
Yes. The only other thing about this room is you've got what appears to be a doorway at the end of the hall.
Do you want me to try to pick that?
I think we'd have to get around the guy first, wouldn't we?
He's not like
he's centered. He's not going to stop you from moving around,
Yeah.
but you could probably squeeze through.
Okay.
Squeeze around him. But you could attempt to remove the body from the spike, yes, if you would like to.
Yeah, I don't think we need to unnecessarily.
I would say, based on your proficiency in medicine, and like just generally speaking, looking at the body as you were looting him, you would notice that definitely fragile. It's definitely been there for a long time.
Best. Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind. Let's disturb him. He's probably one shot.
all right.
So yes, you could squeeze. You could squeeze. Yeah, you could squeeze around him, or you can try to remove him from the spike to see what that interaction is with the spike. Up to you.
I'll just try to like squeeze around him.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, and you have a door in front of you. This
if we can get past him without.
Yeah, you can squeeze past him without like even touching it, really. Skilly, are you medium or small?
Medium.
Okay. I would say you are the only one that probably would touch him with your shell as you try to squeeze through.
Well, I'll wait for confirmation before I try to squeeze through.
Okay. Yeah, there's only so much room here, but okay, so Zilis, as you look at this door, solid piece of stone. But you can definitely tell that there is scratch marks on the ground. You're not seeing anything fully on this side as far as swing direction. Actually, I take that back. You do see scratch marks on the ground as if it swings out your way.
Okay. So it opens towards us.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll me perception.
Perception. Okay. Here we go. Normal roll. 10.
Yeah. I mean, again, you're not seeing any sense of like keyholes or anything like that. So it doesn't look to be locked. Just kind of like touching a door, like it just seems heavy. But you're not really seeing any like you're not seeing much in the sense of handles or handholds or something that you can squeeze your hand around to then pull the door. But you know that it goes from east to west as far as how it opens.
Gotcha.
So it starts to swing out to the west.
But is there like there's no way to pick the lock, is there?
Well, there's no lock, there's no keyhole, there's no handhelds, just a solid piece, but it's obvious as a door to you only because you see that it swings in some capacity. But again, not seeing how, I would get the sense that, it seems like maybe it's something that's pushed from the other side. But
we're gonna have to go around.
Really not sensing anything in particular here.
Great. Dead end. No way to open this.
That's unfortunate. I guess we can just go back around. We can take the north passage.
Sure.
There doesn't seem to be anything else in here.
Let's hope not.
And just to be clear, this is just you just kind of like lightly pressing up against it with your hand, seeing that it's solid. Again, running your hands along the side, not feeling like a way to like grip it. But mostly just kind of like looking at things.
Do I have a spell or something?
So have you given it a push?
Would you try anything else?
I don't really have any spells. Could I like grab one of my like my short sword and try to wedge it between like where I
just viewing? Yeah, you're not really seeing any major space around it.
Yeah.
So even with a short sword, you wouldn't be able to jam it in. Dagger, you wouldn't be able to jam it in. Crowbar could maybe kind of grip the side.
I don't have a crowbar. Do you want to? You have a crowbar?
I do.
Well, I should have one. Let me just make sure. Crowbar, yeah, I got one. And a hammer if you want to break down the door.
Just prefer not breaking it. I think we might get yelled at. Just see if maybe I could wedge it in. Maybe.
Go ahead.
Could I do that? Could I?
Yeah.
Could I like?
Yeah, you can take a crowbar and try to pry it open.
Okay.
Roll me a athletics check with advantage since you're using the crowbar.
Okay. 15.
Right. Yeah, with a 15, it's heavy. It's heavy, but you are able to kind of pull it open towards you, and then you're able to like grab a hold of it and open it. And you've got another hallway in front of you. But what you're going to notice is that the same groove marks on the ground are on the other side too. So again, starting from this side, going to I don't know how to do this without snapping. Oh, sorry, I was going to do the ruler, but yes, basically east to west. You're seeing those groove marks on the ground right here. So it does look like maybe this door goes both ways.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And actually, with your thieves' tools proficiency, yeah, you would take a look at how it's hinged, and it's definitely differently hinged than a normal door, a standard door. It carries the same principles, and yeah, it looks like a revolving door of sorts, where it just goes in both directions.
Right. Well, this is not a normal door. Okay, well, we got in. So we can either head through here or go back.
Well, shall we continue then?
Let's.
Okay. I cannot move still.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, you got a hallway to the right. You see the other side of that door. You're pretty confident that door to enter.
Okay.
In this hall, there is just dust. There doesn't seem to be any footprints or anything. Dust and old cobwebs. There's another stone door to the west that looks very similar to the door that you've seen. So you're seeing grooves on the floor going from the south to the north. Swings the hinges on this side.
Skilly, you want to give that one a shot?
I was about to suggest.
I'll give it a push.
Okay. Athletics, please.
Let me just open here.
$22 with ease. It opens up.
Sweet.
Nice going,
However,
big guy.
as it does open, this one closes.
Oh.
Oh, that's not
Oh.
ominous at all.
Rip.
Good thing you got to the other side in time.
And then he gets smushed.
Yeah. But yeah, Skilly, as you start walking through, you notice two alcoves on either side, and then a sarcophagus at the end of the room. The other thing, and actually, I'm just gonna pause you right here. So
Sure.
stay there. The other thing you're gonna see in this room is it is just littered with vases, jars, urns, like those types of shapes of containers, all made out of clay. You're not really seeing any kind of markings on them as you come in here with your torch.
Yeah.
But yeah, they just kind of like glitter. It's going to be difficult to walk through here without disturbing them. But yeah, there is a darkened sarcophagus at the end. Looks like it's made out of stone, but just like a darker stone texture.
Yeah. All the pots and stuff.
What do you see back there?
Any of them open?
The jars and urns and whatnot.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, some have caps, some do not.
Okay, so the ones that's not sealed, can I see what I can see? If there's anything inside with that.
Yeah, so you're gonna basically you're going to pick one up that's closer, like a vase that's closer to you, and
Or
see
just
if there's
look
anything inside
through the top, if possible.
without touching it.
Yeah, trying not to touch it.
Okay. Let's do this. I'm gonna roll something. Okay. So again, just kind of like leaning over, moving your torch to a way that you can see nothing. There's nothing inside. Again, there's no markings on the outside of it either. But yeah, as you look in, it just seems empty. There's some dust in there, maybe some cobwebs. But yeah, you see nothing else in there.
Sealed ones. If there's anyone close, I'll pick one up.
Yeah, I would say there's one close enough to the entrance here to pick one up. As you do, as you pick it up, it's fairly light.
Does it feel like it would contain anything?
Probably at one time it could have contained something. That's why it was made.
Yes,
But like, are you shifting it? Are you shifting it at all to see
just
like if anything slides in?
Swirl-like motion to see if I feel anything inside.
No.
Okay, then I'll put it back and I'll walk back to the door.
Okay.
Okay, well, there's jars, a sarcophagus. That's it.
That's all there is?
Well, you can try and open the sarcophagus if you'd like.
Oh, well.
Let me.
But to
Let
get to
me.
it, you have to go through the jars.
Let me retcon one thing before we do that.
Sure.
Perception check. Okay. Continue. It was a 3.
Yeah.
Continue.
So what's in there? It's just a sarcophagus.
Some jars and sarcophagus.
Nothing else of value? Anything on the floors or etchings?
The floor's covered in jars. So if you'd like to go through them and get to the sarcophagus, you can try.
So
Well,
we're robbing a pottery store.
we're not robbing.
Grave robbing.
No. We're doing research for the Records Guild.
We're investigating. Robbing
Exactly.
implies that we're taking stuff.
Yeah.
But taking
Besides,
stuff from the grave robber doesn't count as grave robbing.
Exactly. We have the moral high ground.
two wrongs make a right.
Yeah.
In this case, yes.
I might come in,
All right.
have a looky around.
I'll probably have to move out of the way there.
Okay. So again, once you get to the entrance, there are these clay urns. Without Skilly's light, you can't really see a whole lot. So I would say you have to get here. Skilly has to get over here. But yeah, there is just an assortment of clay jars, urns, and vases. So some have open ends, some have capped ends. All made out of clay, no visible markings. Can I get a perception check from you?
Yes, you may.
Looking around the room, again, you've got this stone sarcophagus. It's made out of a darker stone. But one thing you will notice is that underneath the sarcophagus, it's like kind of like on a bit of a elevated platform. There's about it's about like an inch or two above the ground. Like this platform kind of is square around it. But in the platform, as you kind of look around these vases, you'll see like little archways in it. It's not solid stone underneath. You've got these little archways that almost look like holes. There's about like 10 in front of the at the front of this sarcophagus.
Huh. Can I like run my fingers on the ridges or whatever?
Well, you're standing outside.
Oh, okay. Can I move
for
in
you
then?
For you to get in, you would have to be very delicate. Just because of like there's no like rhyme or reason for placement for these clay artifacts. They're just kind of scattered around. So you'd almost have to like tiptoe and be very careful to go through, or individually pick up each one to move them out of the way for you to gain frontal access to this thing.
Okay. Well,
if you were
it might be
to
worth...
move in without, you would knock them over. Yeah.
Okay. Well, it might be worth our time to move some out of the way anyway, because the Records Guild is going to want to come in here. But at the same time, they'll probably be more careful than us, so...
Yeah.
Well, we can't see anything crazy, so... There's obviously no danger here. Well...
Sarcophagus.
Let's hope so.
Sarcophagus.
Yeah, I think the only noticeable thing that just seems odd to you is these archways underneath the sarcophagus. Like again, they're almost like holes, so it's hard to really tell like what their use is from this I mean, it could just be the design aesthetic.
Yeah. Well, given our past experiences in the burial mounds, it might not be a bad idea, at least for the Records Guild's researchers' sake, to give it a knocking, prop it up a little bit, making sure there's no undead creature inside.
Yeah, your history with the burial mounds, just looking at how this sarcophagus is constructed, doesn't look like it's sealed. Like it doesn't look like there's like any latches or anything. Like it just looks like something that you could pick up and move to the side or just slide over.
My
same
only
construction
worry
as the other ones.
Yeah, my only worry is for the Records Guild wise, obviously we don't want to smash up these clay pots. If there does so happen to be an undead beast in here, then pots will get smashed.
Yeah. Not helping that.
Yeah.
If it happens, it happens.
I mean, I can cast Mage Hand and start putting some things off to the side, but that'll only, like, preserve some of it.
Yeah. We could be careful. We could move the ones out of the main walkway out of the way, at least.
Yeah, based on the amount that you see, you could probably fit some over here, into these alcoves that Zilis is in and below.
Oh yeah, we could put them in.
You can probably move them out. Yeah.
As I say, it might not be a bad idea.
At least to make these two, like this, make this walkway empty.
Yeah. Why don't we do that? Actually, just move them out of the room. For preservation's sake.
Okay.
I'll cast Mage Hand to help with that.
Okay. Mage Hand. Anyone else assisting here?
I could. Actually, I don't know if I can. Yeah.
I mean, anyone can pick up a vase.
Okay. Yeah. I'll be moving this stuff. I didn't know if you meant assist in the spell. I was like, I don't think I can do that. But I'm definitely going to be. I'm the one getting into the room for now, so I'll definitely be picking up vases.
Okay. The ones that are picking up vases, I just need a dexterity check, just to see like how careful you're being in this. Unless, I mean, how long do you guys want to spend doing this? Like, are you trying to be as delicate as possible, or are you just moving it so you can investigate as quickly as possible and then move on to the next area?
How long have we spent so far exploring?
I would say 10, 20, 30 minutes. You've been here for 30 minutes.
Okay, well, I say we could probably spend 20-ish minutes moving stuff carefully.
Okay, yeah, it's we're using unless it's suggested you guys are speeding through rooms, we're going with dungeon crawl pacing, which is like 10 minutes per room kind of thing.
Okay.
So yeah, you guys could spend as long as you want. So if you want to spend 20 minutes doing this, no problem. You're able to move everything out of the way, you know, again, like putting them like in these regions as well as in the alcoves. But you can definitely move them out of the way. And actually I would say probably moving them like here and here.
Okay.
But yeah, you guys can be as careful as possible since you're spending time and are able to get to the sarcophagus. So I would say Altath, I'm just going to move you. You get a bit closer. You get a better viewpoint of those arches. Roll me another perception check or investigation. I would be okay with either.
Definitely going to go perception.
22. Okay.
Let's go.
Nice.
So a crit 22. Yeah, you look into these archways and maybe you kind of like stick a finger in and feel around. There is definitely metal tubing inside. Yeah, there seems to it's not just stone archways, it's not just a design point. There's another purpose for this. Something could flow out of this. So maybe it is the purpose of if water comes into this room, it would go through those tubes and then get pushed out somewhere. So to protect the sanctity of this room. But that this kind of piping could be used for something else. It could push something out into this room. So there's definitely a sense of danger, I think you would get from.
Okay.
They're large enough that you think that it's plausible that you could block those holes.
Okay. What would we block it with?
Stuff.
Like,
how large are the holes? I'm assuming he's
about
sharing.
An inch. Yeah, about an inch.
Okay.
There's about six different holes here that you see, and actually kind of like delicately moving around to either this square. You don't see any on those. You just see them in the front. So there's about 6. But yes, sharing this with everything with everyone else. I would say that. Oh, there we go.
Here's an idea. You got all that cloth.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
tape it off with the cloth.
You can cut up, rip up the cloth and stick it in. I think Zilis, you've got scissors in your thieves tools kit that you could use to assist with that, but that's definitely probably sufficient enough to close up those holes.
Probably won't stop anything traveling with intent or speed, but maybe stall. I don't know.
Yeah, you would think that if it's like water or anything like physical, could probably push through pretty easily. Mm-hmm. But anything else, it should stop.
Okay. All right.
Let's do it.
How do we want to do this? You two open it, and
I'm just gonna move everyone kind of closer. Let's do this. Zilis and Skilly, perception checks.
Ooh, hey. I am not perceptive today. It's all this time in the desert.
And Skilly, perception check in the chat. Skilly!
Talk to us!
All right.
Wake up. Earth to Skilly. Earth to Skilly.
He might not be here. Okay.
He might be
so
AFK.
I would say, yeah. As far as Altath, you did roll that 22. So let me throw something else in here. So as you are investigating this and seeing these pipes, and you start talking about the blocking the holes, as you move back, and Zilis moves forward.
Oh, hey.
Well, I can't do it. But you guys.
Oh, wait.
It doesn't really matter. You guys can stay wherever you are. But as Zilis moves forward to cut up that cloth and start clogging in the holes, Altath, as you look around, you're going to notice that on one side of the sarcophagus, there is it's not a latch, but there is like a little piece that is kind of like almost like a lever of some kind, but it's like sticking straight down from the lid of the sarcophagus, and then kind of ducks into the side of the sarcophagus. It definitely looks like a like it's attached to something.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna relay this to everyone, what you just told me. But
yeah,
I kind of want to touch it. I'm itching.
Yeah, it doesn't really move as you move, but I would think, just based on the fact that there's like these holes that you guys are clogging anyways, it's quite possible that like opening up this lid would set off a trap of some kind to let whatever is out. I think that's just a conversation you guys could have as you're going through this process.
Don't pull the lever.
Don't pull the lever. Dang it! I really wanted to.
I mean, could pull the lever, but we need to be ready.
Yeah. So I don't think we take the chance here. I mean, we still have the whole upper part of this place to do.
Yeah, we
could warn the Records Guild that there may or may not be a booby-trapped sarcophagus on the left turn.
We did what you told us to do, but we may have or may not have left a booby-trapped sarcophagus that may or may not have an undead mummy in it.
Listen, they didn't want. Part of our job description wasn't to actually fight them, like fight the stuff and figure out all the traps. It was to making sure that they're there, and they are there, and we have found that out.
Well, you're supposed to clear it out.
Okay.
Bad thing. So, yeah, I mean, there's obviously a trap here. You guys are blocking off the holes. So you think that, even if you did open up the sarcophagus, while it will trigger, you've already blocked out the opening, so it shouldn't pose an issue. But there's obviously protection here of some fashion of opening up this sarcophagus.
Okay. Well, obviously we've sealed off the things, but just in case, we might want to move our feet out of the way as if we were going to lift this up.
Okay, so I can see without light, but you two still need to.
Yeah.
So how about you open it, Altath?
Okay. I can do that.
Sorry. Skilly can keep the light out, or keep the light up.
Okay, so yeah, Skilly will stay in the hall. Altath, you are going to lift and push off the lid. Where are you going for this? To do so?
To push it. So
yeah, are you just gonna kind of lift it up, push it off to the side, or going to the side to push it back?
I figured there is enough space behind it, so I'll kind of be pushing it to the right or wherever that we don't have pots down on the ground.
Yeah, that sounds good. Okay, so yeah, you push off the lid, and there is a skeleton there, lying, and it as soon as you push off the lid, you hear a click. You hear a kind of sound like an airflow sound, and Zilis, you would definitely notice this. Altath, you definitely notice this. Like you would like immediately look down at these holes, and you can see movement behind the holes, like just kind of pushing up against the the tent tarp. But nothing is coming out. Nothing noticeable is coming out. So there is, it definitely was trapped. You guys were able to disable it. However, there is a skeleton who will forcibly help you remove the lid and start to sit up.
No.
And
I knew
that
it.
is that is where
time.
we will take a 5-minute break.
Alrighty, sweet.
Okay.
To get some refills, and we'll come back to this.
Alrighty, I'm back.
Hello.
How's it going?
You know.
I too am back. I have snack here.
So I think I heard potentially a mumbling of Omelet at the end, right before we took our break, but I'm not sure.
I thought I did too. His thing, his thing lit up.
Oh, I wasn't paying attention to the.
As I say, I have 2 monitors, so I have Discord open on one, and
I have 3 monitors, and I can only pay attention to one at a time.
It's my youth and common watching of anime.
How dare you try to age disrespect me?
How could you do that with Omelet here? Actually, he might not be here. Never mind.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess you guys are gonna have to be very careful if Omelet is not here.
We got a party. He's cold in a trance. he's so shooken by the skeleton that he has just become unresponsive.
He goes into an immediate meditative state.
All right. Well, we will we'll delay another minute. See if we've got our total Fred with us.
Not the turtle. Is it an omelet?
Yeah, I'm still here. Sorry, the baby woke up. Had to quickly run. Very good timing for the break.
Good. Wonderful. That's better than us assuming you just fell asleep.
I know.
Beard, your narration.
I don't know if I hit. Sorry, I don't know if I hit the mute button while I was saying it, before I was saying it, or after I said, "I'll be right back."
No, I never heard you, but could be just not listening. Okay, all right. Well, we can head back in. So yes, you've opened up the sarcophagus, and the skeleton inside has assisted you in pushing it off. And yes, you're gonna notice a few things, but as I describe that, everyone, let's get into initiative.
And as my luck will be, I'm gonna be first in initiative, and I can do nothing.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean.
Yep, Skilly, first in initiative.
Come on! I was really happy with my...
That's impressive, guys, to be honest.
Alright, so Skilly, you are in the back holding the torch, but you are well aware of the situation at hand. There is a skeleton that is assisting, pushing it off. Hand has kind of gripped atop the sarcophagus lid, pushed it to the side. Yeah. Has sat up, is still in a sitting position. You are in the back of the pack. It would be very difficult for you to move through, to do anything and then come back through.
Okay, just to make sure, the clay jars and urns are still on the top and the bottom areas.
Correct, yes.
Squeezing past will be half movement, if I'm not mistaken. Difficult terrain.
Because we're all medium, I don't know if we can be on the same tile.
Usually,
you can't
if
end
I
in
want
the
to
same
squeeze
tile.
Past, it could be that if I wanted to squeeze past and go there.
That wouldn't leave much room for us to fight.
Well, that's where the vases are, but
yeah, I would essentially be kicking them to dust. to get to that guy.
So, our situation is kind of complicated, at least from my perspective. Basically, you would have to move through, which is totally cool because you're moving through friendly spaces.
Yes.
Okay. But you would also have to, while in Altath's spot, perform your action, unless you move down here. If you move to either side of the sarcophagus, then you've got, well, actually you would have to move to this space because the lid is still like covering up most of this space. So you would have to move this out. So you can move through, no problem, because they are friendly. They are allies, and you could move down to here without disturbing the clay jars to handle your actions. And then you could stay there or try to move back. But
I think I'll do that.
Yes, this guy is technically prone because he's in a seated position. But because he's in a seated position, you really only have view of shoulders and head.
Yeah, so 3/4 cover.
Well,
the only thing you need to hit is the head.
Also true.
Yeah, I would say ranged attack would be 3/4 cover, or cover in some fashion. But melee, like you're right there, you could just aim at the head and be fine.
Yeah. Okay, let me just open my stuff here. Sorry. Quarterstaff. I'll hit him once with that.
He's gonna catch on fire with the torch.
Yeah, the question would be remain holding the torch, or are you putting it down, or are you doing something else with it?
Well, I strapped the torch to the bow staff, the top part of it.
Okay.
That's right.
Using it as a walking stick, so I'll do the jab, like a fishing spear motion.
He just made the magic item.
Okay.
The burning stick.
So normal, just straight normal roll.
Okay. Yes. Oh well, no. It's I'm sorry. Prone. He's prone, so that is with advantage.
Okay.
Attack rolls against the creature has advantage if the attacker is within 5 feet.
Okay, so I'll just do another normal roll to see if it goes through.
22 will connect.
Okay, damage.
Four damage. So yeah, you swing down on this guy. Hit the shoulder bones, just shy of the neck. You hear the clacking of bones just kind of colliding with one another as that happens.
I'm going to use one key point. Okay. So I just have to change the number there.
Gust of wind.
Sorry.
Okay.
I didn't mean to do that.
Yeah, for a moment there.
I blow on everything.
I didn't realize it was you. I thought it was Skilly. I was like, you didn't cast Gust of Wind with Key? No. Okay, go ahead. Key, you're using to have another attack, correct?
Flurry of blows.
Okay.
So that's... Where's that one? That's 2 unarmed strikes.
Okay.
If I'm remembering correctly.
Yeah, so you got the quarterstaff in one hand and you're just punching with the others? With your other hand?
Yeah.
Okay.
How many hands does one turtle have?
You'd be surprised. Their shell is very deceptive. 12 will miss. So yeah, as you swing with the punch, it kind of like starts to like turn its body to look back at what's striking at it. So as it does that, you just swing right past the head.
I'll do my second unarmed strike.
24 connects. This time it's looking directly at you with its side of its eye, or eye hole, I guess. And yeah, you just strike it right in the face. 24. Go ahead and roll that damage.
That's a crit hit, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct. It should automatically roll the crit die. So yeah, just hit critical during your damage.
Yeah.
So it's a D4, so it automatically rolls the 4 as crit damage, and so plus a D4 plus 2, so yeah, 7 damage. So yeah, you strike it right in the face, and you can hear a little bit of crunching.
Where's that one? Then my key fueled attack allows me to hit it once more with my monk weapon or unarmed strike. So I'll give the quarterstaff another swing.
Yeah, you've got the quarterstaff in your left hand, two right, so a right hook that misses. You come back straight on, and then you bring your quarterstaff around, smash it right in the face. Go ahead and roll that attack.
Need to use ability. Okay, then inventory, quarterstaff, and attack.
18 will connect. So again, striking it right in the side of the head. So basically the back of the head from the left side. You will strike it. 18. Go ahead and roll that damage.
9.
And as you do that, just chunks of the brittle bone just start to fall off and fly across the room. You have done quite a bit of damage to this guy. Anything else?
No, that's it for my turn. I just have to remember where to finish turn. There we go.
Okay, Zilis.
Okay. So I can't really. Do I have like a good shot? Like, could I shoot the skeleton from where I'm standing, or is Altath in the way?
What with what? Because it is
Ray of
prone.
Frost?
Does Ray of Frost require a? Is that a ranged attack?
Make a ranged spell attack against the target.
Okay, so it would be at disadvantage normally, but because of it's prone, it would just be a normal attack. So since you have advantage, but you've got disadvantage, it'd just be a normal roll. But yes, you could do it without hitting Altath. You could lean around the sides.
Okay. Attack. Normal.
22 connects.
Nice. And that 5 damage.
So yeah, as Skilly is just rapid fire attacking this creature, there's a brief pause, and you just cover it in frost. And it's definitely affected by that.
And I'm just gonna take a step back. For whatever Altath needs me to do.
Okay, so its speed is now reduced by 10 feet. So, and it's already reduced because of it being prone, so it's not going to be moving very far. Nice. But okay, and that's it. That's it for you.
Yep.
Okay. Then it will stand up, and as it does, it is going to pull what it has with it, and it has a glaive. And so it is going to, again, stand up. That's half of its movement. And, first it's going to swing to the right, to the south, and swing at Skilly. For 10.
Yeah, that definitely misses.
10 will miss, and it will then so yeah, you're able to just dodge out of the way, so it just kind of swings past you, but then it shifts how it's holding its hand and swings the opposite way towards Altath. An 8 will miss. And yeah, that's it. That's all it does. Altath, you've been swung at.
Alrighty. Well, they always seem to go after me, don't they?
Well, you're right there.
I think, we just do the thing. Short sword style. I'm gonna swing it at him. If I can get it to work. Standard roll.
Yes.
There it is.
Yes,
Yep.
Standard roll here.
For attack. Normal. Ugh. Well. That's not good.
Good thing I took a step back.
Yeah, no joke.
Short sword will miss as you. Short sword is what, piercing?
I believe so.
So yeah, you try to like jam it through, and just kind of goes in between rib cage bones. Doesn't connect with anything. You pull it back out. Anything else you'd like to do?
How many actions do I have for this? Just one?
That's a good question. As a monk, I don't believe you have multi-attack until at least 5th.
Okay.
You could use a key point to try and adjust that.
That's a good point. I could use my I can spend 1 key point to make 2 unarmed strikes as a bonus action.
Okay.
I think I'll do that for Flurry of Blows.
Okay.
So I need to make 2 unarmed striked. Second, my mouse is freaking out. All right. Okay. That's the first one. You want me to go ahead and do the second one also?
Well, yeah, 19 will connect. Go ahead and roll that damage first.
Okay. Ooh.
2. Okay, yeah, go ahead and roll another. So as you do, you definitely feel and can visually see the cracking of ribs as you punch. Yeah, I would say horizontally, like just right to the lower side of the ribs. Will break. Okay. You go ahead and roll your second attack. 12 will not connect. This time it is ready for you, and it just kind of dodges out of the way as it lifts its glaive up as it's preparing for its next attack against you.
Okay. Well, I think that's all I can do. So that's all I'm going to do.
Skilly.
Yeah. Let's see, where was I? Okay, quarter self.
Yeah.
25.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Crit 25 will connect. Go ahead and roll your damage.
This guy has to be hacking.
It's definitely damaged. It's definitely hurt. And yeah, okay, that will be enough. You just kind of crack it to the side, just kind of swiping upward. So going from the lower side of the ribs up through its spine. It's yeah, it is.
Wow.
It is going to collapse and fall.
Oh. Unexpected one. That was a good one.
Good thing we're not gonna have that sparring session later.
Yeah, I
but I
think
was
you
looking
guys.
forward to that.
I think just the sheer power dealt by that blow, knowing what you guys have done so far, like that. Yeah, that was impressive.
You have my respect, big man.
Thank you. It was a fun warm up. Where's the next guy?
Right.
Oh my goodness.
You wanna continue on with
Maybe we'll find one at some point.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna ask, was there anything on the body or in the sarcophagus
That's a good
of
question.
interest?
Yeah, that's a good question.
I do ask good questions.
Wow.
Interestingly enough, no. It's odd. I mean, he had a glaive. The glaive seems to be in okay condition. It also did have a short bow next to it. And a quiver full of arrows.
Ooh.
Always handy.
To say I don't have a bow and arrow, so if any one of you guys do, you'd like to take that, be my guest.
No, I'm frontline.
All right, I'll take it then.
Cool.
Okay, do you already have a short bow?
I have a short bow.
All right, then go ahead and update your arrows to add an additional 20. And I'll go ahead and import a quiver to your sheet.
Cool.
Okay.
Nice.
So yeah, it's in your containers. So yeah, you now have 40 arrows. The glaive again seems to be in good condition, but as far as interesting markings or anything like that, you're not noticing anything. It does seem odd to you, I would think, that there's really nothing else of interest here. Like
Perhaps it's
why just buried with weapons and nothing else.
perhaps that that guy we passed with the spike coming through here earlier got into stuff, or maybe there's a deeper reason.
Could be. Anything's possible.
The Records Guild, I'm sure, will do the reports, and I'm sure they'll figure out something might match with their databases. Records.
Or however they do it.
Yeah. We'll punch
Yeah, I don't
numbers and
I don't understand those nerds. I fight monsters.
Yeah.
All right, so
The
we
fun stuff.
heading up to the top now.
Yeah, I figure. Might as well.
All right, this area. Oh, the door is locked though.
I think we got a strong guy.
Yeah, it's not locked per se. Well, I mean it is. It is locked, but yeah, based on the fact that when you opened up the southern door, it swung shut. Yeah, you're going to have to all make it through. It seems like they're connected in some fashion. So, yeah, if you were all to get, into the hallway to push it open, you could easily push it open at that point. You know how to do it.
Get it.
But yes, this door will close as you do that. Yeah, the door is open.
Oh,
Well,
sweet.
I can open it.
Yep. And you open it and you're able to move through. It looks closed just because the light's weird, but if we move, move everyone forward.
Okay.
Remember to follow the trail.
Yeah.
We don't know of any sketchy things that there may be.
And it's easy to see the trail now that you guys have passed through as well.
Yeah. No, I think the sketchiest thing we have is a rogue.
Okay, now.
He's a legal rogue.
Yeah,
Fish
I
out of
mean,
water.
He's like a burglar,
wow.
a legal burglar.
A repo man. Just not for the repo companies.
It's like a locksmith, okay? When you forget your keys to your house and you lock yourself out, you gotta call a locksmith, okay? I'm the legal lock picker, okay?
Yeah, but nobody called you. You just showed up.
You're not wrong there. All right.
Okay, well, there's definitely something ahead.
Yeah.
Well, let's explore.
Skilly, as you get up here, you see that the hall kind of shifts to the left, widens up, and there is a pillar there. The other thing that you would notice is that there is some light coming from that direction. So just standing here, let's pause move it for a second. But just standing here, you're gonna see a line of pillars. There's at least two. But there is moss that is kind of covering the walls up to the north, and you're seeing it over here as well. And the light seems to be coming from that moss. It's like moss and leaves. It's a strange thing to have here in the desert. Any greenery, at least in large quantities, that's not cactus.
Okay, well, there's some green stuff ahead, and it's not prickly.
Green stuff? Are we talking like vegetables or?
Well, we'll have to take a closer look.
Some of those weird mushrooms that turn people into animals.
Yeah, that moss definitely. Yeah, it's like a yellow, really faint light coming off of it.
Yeah, it's glowing, so you might want to take a look at it.
Yeah, everybody roll me a history check.
History. Ha! I know nothing.
You need to pour through the old textbooks.
Look, I'm I didn't grow up on land. I don't know this stuff. I'm more attuned to the sea.
Did my roll go through? It's not showing by me.
I don't see it either.
No.
So let me request it from you again. Nine, okay.
9.
So 15, a 9, and a crit fail 3. Altath, he mentioned glowing moss, glowing leaves. One of your jobs, whether or not you do it or not, like one of the parts of your job, that is, whether or not you do it is kind of up to you, but there is a sense of kind of going back through and just reading summaries of what other adventurer parties have run into before, what they've seen. Altath, I would say, based on like reading through some of those reports, you'd be aware that these types of things have been seen twice in Hovestad. Party had gone through a sinkhole that led into another structure, an old structure, and then into like a ravine with cave systems built into it. So there's been 2 times that they've seen it. One they didn't interact with, but the second one they did interact with. And it had, like, obviously the light beneficial because then you could see in the dark. But if you got too close to it, not all the time, but there was one occurrence where it was some kind of plant-like being where it tried to grip a hold of you. It was made out of like vines. And the vines came out and tried to grip a hold. They were able to take care of it pretty easily, but their problem was they went up to it and touched it.
Okay. Well, I'm going to relay that information to the party and specifically tell Skilly, do not touch the vines.
So, yeah, Skilly, as you look up, it seems like they're on one side. But yeah, you're free to move once again. But then you get up here and you realize they're on both sides. And it'll be very difficult to move through here. Without,
it's gonna be a tight squeeze.
Yeah, without touching them. However, the other part of this room, again, you've got these pillars, and yeah, there's no footprints in here at all. Just like kind of like a line of dust.
Yeah,
a layer of dust. But
so, before we proceed further, I was going to ask, do I know how like valuable or important or any like if they're flammable and if it would be worth potentially burning them to just get them out of the way?
Let me take a look at you.
Or if the structure as a whole will catch fire if I burn it.
Yeah, you are a hermit. You are proficient in survival. I would say, let me just read.
I mean, if they're rare, if it's only been seen twice before.
Yes, but again, we're supposed to be clearing this out for the Records Guild, and I'd like to keep them safe if possible. And obviously, they might not know that these vines are dangerous.
If need be, we can only clear out one side.
Bro, yeah, we could just take some of them.
To say, and if we do end up flaming some, I do have resistance to fire, so I can do the actual arson committing.
Okay. I would say proficiency in survival, and just talking out loud about your thoughts. Let me see if anyone else. Nope, no one else. Okay. So you would know that to build a fire, the drier the leaves or the wood, the better. If it's wet and it's alive, then it's harder to catch fire. So it's definitely possible you would do damage by just running a torch into these vines and this moss. But would it effectively catch fire? No.
Okay.
But that's also a good thing if you guys want to move through here, not walking through fire.
Yeah.
And not smoking yourselves out.
Yeah.
And it's not necessarily that these things are rare. You don't know that. You just know that it's been encountered before by the Adventurers Guild.
Okay.
Okay.
I say, since we don't want to smoke ourselves out or use fire especially, and it won't be effective, I say we just pull out short swords or knives or machetes or whatever you guys have that's sharp if you have it, and start walking in. If we brush up, chop it off, clear it out.
Okay, I only have blunt weapons.
Oh,
nothing sharp on me.
I was about to say, you can borrow. I have a second short sword that I picked up.
Or you can go ahead. You guys can change your order.
Yeah.
I was just saying, yeah, I can.
I mean, I've got 3 bladed weapons, but okay.
I'll go up front. That way the light's still behind me, but and everybody can still see, but I can kind of lead the way.
Well, the light from Skilly is kind of secondary. It's brighter, but you've got fine view throughout this entire room from the light that's emanating from these.
Oh, okay.
From these shrubs.
That's right.
This greenery. So they basically, they seem to be clutching up against the wall, but they are extending past that. They're going up to the ceiling, but the ceiling is like a good 15 feet high. So yeah, it's just kind of covering the walls, but like in these 4 specific zones. So yeah, if you move into this block, you would have to kind of cut if you wanted to go as close to the wall as possible.
Okay. Question: how tall is the room? Like, how high is it?
15 feet.
Okay. Are you guys any good at jumping, as it would so happen? I think that's really our only way to get around without dealing with it.
Well, let me see. Maybe a bit of magic. If they're if they are. Wait, can I walk while I cast Gust of Wind? It doesn't say I can walk while I do it. Alternatively,
so gust of wind. Let's look at it real quick. So a line of strong wind, 60 feet long, 10 feet wide, blast from you in a direction you choose. Blah blah blah. Does it travel with you? As a bonus action on each of your turns before the spell ends, you can change the direction in which that line blasts from you. So yeah, it would be more or less a you would cast it once and then try to move through the room, but it does extend 60 feet, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So that would be longer than this room. So it would push up against the walls and redirect, probably.
Yeah, I don't think that'll work. Like I was thinking. What
well,
about
you're trying to cast Gust of Wind to like
blow
hit
it out of the
and
way.
attack, blow it out of the way.
Yeah, and I don't think that'll. What about Ray of Frost? Because like, if they're resistant to fire, or not as fire's not as effective against it.
Fire is effective against everything. It's just that is it going to set them ablaze? And no, because they're alive, right? Like if these were dried leaves, then yes.
Gotcha. Okay.
But fire affects generally most things.
Well, what about Ray of Frost? Because no smoke.
Yeah.
And also,
here's yeah. I mean, these are all options that you're that you're tossing in your head, like internally. And I would say the only thing that you keep coming back to is that, like, yeah, you could do these sort of things and they could probably assist here, but if these are in fact beings of some kind, like things that can feel the attack and then respond with an attack, versus like a normal plant, then you're starting a fight. Same thing with the swords. Like you're seeing Altath pull out his swords to start to chop away. You're potentially starting a fight here. Is that what you guys want to do? So Zilis, I think that would be like kind of what's going through your head as you're processing these different options.
Yeah, if they're alive.
So I feel like that's the only way we can get past.
Well, we can always go ahead, see if they grab, and then attack.
Maybe we just walk in the middle of the room, middle of the hallway, and
make a note for the Records Guild.
Yeah. Caution around the plants and perception checks.
Yeah. You guys have, again, by dungeon pacing, we're going 10 minutes per room. But I would say as you guys are processing possibilities here, Skilly, you're going to notice two things as you notice Altath. You notice Altath start to pull out swords. You see Zilis like just mentally processing different options, different things. You're just gonna kind of look around the room, and you're gonna notice one thing in particular, and that is you see a little bit of movement in the vines up here. Like just for a split second, you're gonna see like one of the vines just kind of like retract a little bit. Looking at the others,
just saw something.
Yeah, looking at the others, you don't notice anything.
Okay, I'll just tell the others that just to keep an eye on that back one, but just for safety, keep an eye open for all of them, just in case.
Very helpful advice. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if we need to be hostile with living creatures, living plants.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's a way we could swiftly run through the room. Maybe that's our best bet.
Just go as fast as we can.
Yeah. Maybe one at a time.
Yeah, you notice you guys are aware of movement up to this this top one. The rest, as you guys look around, after that, you're not noticing any movement.
Okay, well, with that, I think I'll go forward then.
Okay.
Anything happen?
You brush up against the well, let's pause this because it sounded like Altath you're going to start chopping leaves.
Yeah.
Start chopping at the vines. So it really would make more sense for Altath to move forward if that's what you're doing.
Sure.
So,
are we chopping or are we just sprinting?
Well, that's your call.
I mean,
well, we could sprint, dodge all the way.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, those are really our two options.
I mean, I think I can run across the room pretty quickly. But
our turtle friend here might have a little bit of difficulty.
Right.
Be surprised.
I think we walk through, but if it starts to move, we chop. So I'll have my sword ready. I think it's the call.
Yeah.
All right. You want me to go through first?
I can go through. I have my sword drawn.
Okay.
Okay. Are you chopping or are you just moving through?
I'm just moving through for now.
Sword is in hand.
Making sure.
The sword is in hand in case anything reaches out and grabs you.
Yep.
Okay. Nothing occurs for this first one.
Okay. Well, I think this one's good. I want to keep moving. You guys want to follow behind me?
Okay.
I can go past this one.
He's rolling. No. Keep moving, Altath.
Run.
Are we good?
Yes. You're good. This one, no movement at all.
Okay.
Okay.
Move past. Guys, feel free to follow behind me. Ooh, this is where I guess I'll park until they catch up.
Okay. Yeah, your light starts to end right around here.
All right. Nice.
All right, I figure they're right here just to fit everyone in. Kind of go around this bend.
Hey, what's up ahead?
It's a corner.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. Skilly moves forward with the light.
Here, Skilly, why don't you go first?
There is a door. Again, it looks like the stone door, very similar to what you saw before. So Altath, you would see that. Skilly, you would see that.
So I guess I'd relay this information to Zilis. Zilis, do you still have the crowbar? Or
no, that was Skilly's.
Skilly, do you want to come up here and crowbar this thing?
Sure.
Again, you see markings on the ground as if it opens up towards you, but it's very similarly set up as the other one, where there's no handles, there's no major gap. You could use a crowbar to try to pry it open. You could try to push it open if it's the same setup where it goes both ways.
Okay, I'll try to push first.
Okay. And Zilis, yeah, now that you've moved over there, you'd be able to see it. So pushing open the door, yeah, you see it opens up into a bit of a room. You see a door, southern end.
Yeah, I'll enter.
Okay. So let's pause right there. Is anyone moving closer, or are you just kind of staying in the hallway until Skilly
I'll move a little bit closer, but I'll stay in the hallway until Skilly gets stuff done.
Okay.
So given how the last one shot.
Skilly, let's get a perception roll from you. So, yeah, as far as this room goes, as you push open the door and step in, it's a rectangular room. 15 by 25. Again, you're seeing more of those bas relief murals around the room on the walls. You're kind of casting shadows with your torch as you move through. But yes, there is a door on the opposite side. You rolled an 8 perception, so yeah. That's the gist of what you're getting. You've got a door to the south. You've got a door that you just entered into. A lot of bas relief murals all around the room.
I'll relay that to everybody.
Just because you're stepping in and kind of looking around, the bas relief murals are not just because we didn't really talk about the others because you guys were just trying to like move around the room. But I would say you, as you're stepping and looking around, bas relief murals, you're seeing like almost like cityscapes. I don't know why that was so difficult to say. Cityscapes, fires, and yeah, it seems like almost apocalyptic in look. It's really strange. Not seeing any people depicted. It's just like this weird scene of cities that are just burning.
Interesting.
This a medieval end of the world bunker.
Okay.
Okay.
I think I'll just move
me-
forward and make space for them to enter for the moment.
Go ahead. Go ahead and move.
Say I'll come in the room also.
Oh, okay. And here it is. This is what I didn't describe before. Skilly, you're gonna, as you step forward, you are gonna fall into a hole. The floor is going to give way,
Oh my goodness.
and you are gonna drop 20 feet.
Holy moly.
You're
Not too
going
bad.
to slam into the ground. And you're going to take 8 bludgeoning damage as you hit the ground. Altath, as you move forward, Zilis as well. You're going to see Skilly move forward, and then he just disappears.
Well,
Do we hear
Scully-
anything? A thud, I presume?
It's like you hear like a click, and yes, you would hear a thud as like stone hits stone.
Okay.
And yeah, you're in the front, so you can see what's happening. Yeah, the floor kind of gives way. Skilly falls down. Hear a bit of a yelp as he does, and a thud. As
Can
he
I
hits
try and
the
land
ground.
on my feet?
Yeah. Go ahead and
You
roll
wanna
a
break your
acrobatics
legs?
check. Yeah, go ahead and roll an acrobatics check to see if you are. We'll do a DC of 13. If you pass, then you land on your feet. If you fail, which you have done, a 7, you are prone.
Oh, no.
Just my luck.
Okay, Altath, could you get into the room?
Yep.
Okay.
Skilly, are you okay?
Yeah, as you look down,
Yeah.
Skilly is just kind of like laying on his side. Did take a bit of damage. You can see like just discomfort.
Are you okay down there?
Yeah.
I mean, besides the 20-foot fall?
Just a bit of wind get knocked out of me.
Okay.
I'll be live. I'll be
Just to
fine.
be
I'll live.
clear, yeah, it's like this entire block opens up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is
Is it possible? Wait 1 second. I want to check. I have rope. I have like 50 feet of rope.
Yeah.
I can cast some rope down there. Skilly, are you in any position to climb back up, or do I need to come down and attempt to somehow
Oh,
drag
fine.
you out?
No, if I get up, I'll be able to climb out. If you can secure the harness or
Yep,
the
yep, yep.
rope, should be able to climb out.
Yep. So I'll throw some rope down.
I'll grab onto it and start climbing.
Okay. Easy enough. Okay, you throw some rope down. Skilly, you're able to stand up, grab a hold of it, climb out. There's this panel that is just wide open. You've got a 20-foot pit down there. A lot of dust on the ground. Obviously, a shape of Skilly now lying on the ground as well.
Oh yeah, and just watch out. There's a hole in the middle of the floor.
No, I didn't. I must have missed that. Yeah. This door over here, is it the same as the others?
The door. Yes, it is the same as the others. It appears to... You see the groove on the floor, so looks to be able to come out your way.
You know how likely to be true that is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me ask you though. Let me get a perception check from you.
Okay.
11.
I'm very
yeah,
perceptive.
you see the grooves on the ground. I think the one thing that you'll notice in those grooves is that it's not as deep as the others. It seems like it hasn't been used as much as the others were.
All right. So I'd relay that to the others. Not sure what that means, but maybe it's more likely to be a sarcophagus or something. Something stuck in, maybe. But you want to get the door, Altath?
Yeah, I can get it.
Yeah,
Push
and
it
again,
open.
just to be clear about these doors, it's not a matter of like being able to push it open and then moving into the square. Like you've gotta work with the door. So as you push it open, you're moving into the square that it's in. But yes, if you want to go ahead and push it open, let me get a athletics check from you, and I'll take it at an advantage just because you've done this before.
Okay. Me get
Got the
that.
know-how.
Attributes. Athletics advantage.
15.
Not as high as I would hope.
Okay. The door opens, you move in, and as you do, some things are gonna occur here.
Boy.
Oh no.
Skilly is over on the other side of the hole. Zilis is positioned here. Altath is positioned here.
Ready for my demise.
I need.
In.
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna push Altath back just a little bit for ease of use. Everybody, roll me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no.
Oh my goodness.
Because you guys are gonna hear a crack.
Oh.
Why do I fail this? I'm
The
supposed to be
rogue
good.
did the worst. The rogue did the worst.
What the heck?
Hashtag Team Monk boys.
Shut up. This is not how it's supposed to happen.
Okay.
I think it's time to multi-class for you.
All right. Then a follow up to that.
There's more.
Zilis, let me get a dexterity saving throw. Okay, and I'll explain why.
Another?
So, I'm sorry. No, hold on. No. Let me pause that. Let me get a from you. Actually, let me get a strength saving throw. Okay. So
yay,
basically,
much better.
what's going to occur here is you're going to hear
I'm ready to die.
You're just hearing like a large crack. So as the door is pushed open and Altath, you start to move into that threshold.
Yep.
You're gonna hear just a large thundering crack, almost like lightning strikes. Like it's that loud, and it's like lightning strikes within this room, and you feel yourself being pushed back. Altath, you are able to hold your footing. Skilly, you are able to hold your footing. Zilla, you are not able to hold your footing, and you start to get pushed back away from this door. And as you do, you try to catch your feet, but you can't.
Oh no!
And you're gonna be knocked prone as you fall down 20 feet into this hole.
Yeah. No.
And since you rolled a 5, I'll say you're just gonna land flat. So let me get prone in here. And
I'm next, I guess.
So here's the deal. You all are gonna take. Oh, let's just roll this in public because that's always fun.
1 billion points of damage.
Yeah.
That's 50 points of damage right there. Oh boy. Yep. I'm doing great, guys.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Oh gosh. Zilis, you're gonna take 31 bludgeoning points. 31 bludgeoning damage.
Yep.
Everyone else is gonna take half of that.
That's not accounting for the fall, is it?
That's everyone's gonna take 15. Sorry. Everyone else is gonna take 15 bludgeoning damage. Wait. Thunder damage. But no, it is not going to include the 2d6 of fall damage, which would be an additional 7.
So 38.
38.
Negative 38. Which knocks me out.
Which will knock you unconscious. The door is open though. Okay.
But hey, the door's open.
The door is open. Altath, you're able to hold steady. However, in the process of doing that, you're just gonna kind of look around, and everyone. Well, you took a bit. Skilly is still standing, looks to take a bit. You see just for a split second as Zilis falls into the hole, and then you're gonna hear bones clacking together.
Oh. You can't see me, but I'm crying right now. There's tears.
As you look back, there are 2 skeletons that are moving into the hallway. And yeah. It's a bad spot, but this is where we'll end. This is where we'll end.
No.
Cliffhanger.
But I'm dying.
We lost the rogue. We can get a new one in town.
No.
Let's get a new one.
They were on sale last week. They're expensive now.
That's funny.
How
are we gonna get ourselves out of this one? My goodness.
Well.
Tune in next time to find out.
Nice. I was setting you up for the plug.
It's all scripted. Fuck no. It was all planned.
Yeah. If you are subscribed on YouTube, as well as Rumble, you will get a notification of when we're going to go live next. If you're subscribed on Twitch, there's no easy way to schedule anything. You just have to kind of go live. So I can't really schedule that sort of thing. But you can follow me on Twitter at @AMightyBeard, and that'll I always post when we're going to go live. But then you can also just head to the website. I'm sure we'll have notifications there of some fashion. amightybeard.com or agentsofbeard.com, I guess, would be the better place for that. But yeah, that's it. That's a bad place to end. I'm sorry. Sorry you guys did that to yourselves.
It's like a Ninjago episode. And just end on a cliffhanger until the season is over.
Yeah. It's better that you opened up the hole prior to trying to open up this door.
Yeah.
And then all failing to save, and then figuring out that there's a hidden panel in the floor.
Yeah, that would not have been a fun experience.
Yeah.
But at least 2 of you made it safe.
Next time on Burial Mounds, Zilis Jr. I salvaged my father!
Oh, that's funny.
So yes, what I wasn't sure how to describe for you guys before is we've got I'm using a plugin called Monk's Active Triggers, and basically I can put tiles on. So let me get this particular tile. So I've got a tile here on the door, so you should be able to see that it is an X, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if you were to, so I'm targeting the triggering of actually opening up the door. But if you didn't reveal this thing before, this hole, then what it would have done is it would have revealed the hole. It would have paused the game, and it would give me like that opportunity to then ask for rolls and stuff. So it's things like that where it's handling some of that automatically, where it's either like pausing the game.
That's really handy
to then do stuff. Yeah, it can definitely be handy for sure, because it makes sure like if we pause the game, then no one is moving further in than applicable, so I don't have to like manually pull you back. But yeah, it's also we can do some cool stuff. The new role request chat thing, it can do that as well. So it can call that up, or it can at least call up the window, so then I can select what I want you guys to do. So nice. Yeah, it's like some automatic stuff, but yeah, it just allows some of the movement to handle the overall flow, which is pretty cool. I don't know how it's going to be used moving forward, but I think we can do some really cool stuff with it.
Yeah, it definitely would make your job easier. So
yeah, I think overall that was the only one that we had. Everyone else is manual. But yeah, I think this was good enough. Yeah,
so we are the guinea pigs.
Yeah, but what was going to be cool is if Altath opened the door, and as he was opening the door, everyone moved forward onto that panel, like have the panel open up, and then the thunder damage to push you back into the, there was a lot of cool stuff.
And then the skeletons pop out. That could have been wild.
Yeah. Good thing that did happen.
It definitely would have made the cliffhanger a little more hanging.
Yeah,
literally.
So, all right. Well, everyone in the live chat, I hopefully you enjoyed. You had fun. We will schedule part 2 of this little mini series very soon. But yeah, if you're subscribed on YouTube, that'll be in the schedule, and if you're subscribed, it'll notify you. Rumble, I think generally speaking, the same thing. It should notify you when we go live. Twitch, not so much. Just know that we usually run Saturdays and or Sundays at 7 p.m. Eastern pretty much every weekend, give or take. But yeah, that's it. Thank everyone for tuning in, and we'll play D&D together again very soon. Later.